Buenos dias, Dominique.
Good morning. Good morning, sir. I had like a moment, had like a moment of panic just now because I went up to like reach for my phone and there was no mute button. So like I couldn't unmute myself. But I can do it from the
Too
computer, I
many
realized.
screens, Dom. Too many screens.
Too many
The
screens indeed.
Such a modern problem these days.
Right. Indeed. Good morning, Dan, and good morning, Mr. Brian Brofit, AZ.
Oh,
I
Brian might
think
be
I'm
getting
getting
up.
up.
What's he gonna do?
Go
What's
on.
he gonna do?
Um, Yo, Bulls Tim, good morning. How is everyone doing? It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, y'all.
You made it
Taco
through
Tuesday.
Monday. Well done. Going to Tuesday. I'm a little cloudy, but forward
Okay,
thinking.
good.
Appropriate sleep.
Nice. Neck and back feeling okay?
No, no.
Oh,
I got
all
dressed.
right.
Like I got dressed to do things, but I didn't really do anything besides like the my my chiropractor's Dr. Alex his stretches that he gave me.
Okay.
Um,
Good start.
I think the shiatsu massager that Kristen got me, I don't think is helping. I think it's
Mm.
actually making things worse.
Oh, okay. Why do you think that?
I think it just kind of exacerbates exacer
Exacerbates?
exacerbates
Exacerbates?
muscle and annoyances.
Hmm. Gift receipt? Yeah, exactly. Um, well, that's a bummer, sir.
How are you? Where are we at? I'm six
I'm
point
doing
five.
I'm
I'm a
doing
six
I'm
point five.
I'm doing pretty well. I got woken up twice last night, so I'm really interested to look at what my sleep looks like. Essentially, Amy, in all of her greatness and glory, she bought tickets to a concert on a Monday night. So she and the girls, like I got home early yesterday, and she and the girls left to go see Dean Lewis in concert at the House of Blues. So it's like a small venue. They got VIP tickets. They were like front row. So I'm very interested to see, like, to talk to them and see how it all like went. I'll probably check Instagram before they wake up. Um, but that meant that I was home alone with Bentley. And usually Amy and him go to bed together, and I go to,
Mhm.
to sleep separately earlier so that, it was basically me laying down in bed next to him like she usually does. Yes, in Hollywood, House of Blues in Hollywood. Um, and he was very sweet about it. He was like, "Dad, when you feel like you're gonna need to go to sleep, you can just go in your room. I'll be okay." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks, buddy." And then like 3 hours later, I get woken up by my wife, and I had passed out in on that mattress on the floor in the playroom because his room's currently being painted. Um, and I went to bed and fell right, like zombie walked to my bed, fell right asleep, and then I got woken up at 3 o'clock to my wife coming in bed, and she's just like, "I haven't slept a wink," and I'm like, I'm gonna be waking up in 30 minutes, like. I'll give you a spoon, but I can't promise anything. I'm gonna leave, like. So,
Matsis Yahoo. I have not heard that name
oh
in
yeah,
years.
I don't even think I've even ever seen it spelled out before. Across the street from, yeah, I've never been there myself, I don't think. But yeah, I think my wife is a pretty decent fan of Dean Lewis, and so when she saw the concerts go up, she swooped in and got them. Um, I am always the big spoon. Uh, there are very little times when I get to be Little Spoon. The yeah, I don't know. It's just never been a thing, which I don't mind.
Once in a while, I have to ask to be a little spoon.
Yeah,
Ladies, spoon your men. They like to be spooned. Sometimes they
figure it
need.
out. It's something. I don't know. It feels awkward when she tries, like she doesn't do it enough or something. You figure you get practice with your kids, right? Like you're cuddling your kids, like you get practice. Like obviously it's not the adult version of spooning, but swoop swoop sounds like salt and pepper. Look at this guy. My wife is 6'2", so that's debatable. Which one of you is the big spoon and the little spoon?
Yeah,
What is you?
Brian could be like little teaspoon.
Yeah, Bukes. This is a completely different book. Okay, this is Daily Dad's After Dark book.
This is
Um,
this is the preface to the page today, where we're talking about
Good morning,
making
Ryan.
memories through spooning. Yeah,
Yes,
spoon. Being little spoon consists of like it's like my arm comfortably goes around Kristen and loops, and like I can hold hands or something.
hold something.
Her arm almost makes it over my shoulders.
Yes,
So it's probably one of those things. Was like, okay, I'll do this for 5 minutes, and then I gotta go to bed.
yeah.
But hey, it still feels nice. Still feels nice.
It's mostly for me. I don't like sleeping on my side, so like I sleep on my back. So whenever let's say that whenever I'm the little spoon, it's more like I'm laying on my back and she just throws an arm over me and cuddles against me. So it's like more of a little side spoon.
Hmm. Cloud spoon is fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all.
Um,
So yeah, that was my evening, but I'm still feeling good. I'm still feeling like I got a good amount of sleep. Like I said, they were quick wake ups. So I don't think it'll affect me. And like I said, Bentley was very cool, calm, and respectful. And he was like, Dad, just do your thing. I know, basically in his words, like, do your thing. I know how you are and you want to sleep, and I'm fine. Like he wasn't crying or whining about mom. I really hope he wasn't, because like once I passed out, I don't know what took place. Um, so again, excited to get the recap from everybody uh when they all wake up and I get to talk to my wife.
mhm. Do you go to these concerts when you have the availability, or do you leave this as more of a Amy and kids thing?
Yeah, it's more of a her thing. I'm not really a concert person, whereas she is. Like she grew up going. Like her dad actually took her. Like she has fond memories of like her dad taking her and her friends to like the Wango Tangos and like those kind of like concerts and festivals.
Mhm.
So I think that's just really stuck with her and she just enjoyed it a lot. I've been to a couple, but I don't know. It's just not really my thing. I don't listen to a lot of music, like I think I used to, but when I listen to music, I tend to like find the songs that I like and create a playlist and then like listen to that playlist until like no one's heard of those songs again. Where it's like some of the songs on my playlist, you're like, dude, those were from like early 2000s. And I'm like, I don't listen to the new stuff. And nowadays I actually I prefer no music and I just either sit in a quiet like car while I'm driving or there's a podcast.
Yeah, a
So
lot of the music I probably wouldn't enjoy in concert. I think got
what
to be
does okay, sleep talk. Where does your spouse pillow sleep? My spouse pillow?
spouse pillow.
There's like a mountain of pillows on my wife's side, whereas I only have one.
Uh,
She's got a couple.
yeah, I'm currently in the make a pillow contraption
Good
to
morning, Brett.
accommodate my neck and back.
Ah, okay. Yeah. A little
Uh,
extra support.
yeah, weird support. Realize that softer pillows are better for me. these middle-aged things where now like pillow choice is a thing that takes up 5 minutes of my thinking time.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, working through that. Looking forward to when I can just have one pillow and be fine. I found, Brian, I found an entire stack of CDs in my studio at school. Trying to think of something we can
Nice.
do with those.
Yeah.
Maybe like
Like blank ones?
Cadences or just frisbees, or maybe just go get a microwave and fry them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Turn them into some sort of weird art project where they get glued onto a thing and then you break and shatter them.
Yeah, destruction. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling planned. I did appropriate planning Sunday night finally, getting out of last week. That's kind of what that's been on my mind most of the past few days, is like trying to make my week so I'm not having to rethink things in the morning, so I can like be here and not like have to think about anything else. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's kind of where I'm at right now. Just yeah, feeling good,
Right on.
decent.
All right, let's take a cue from our upper management and
Excellent. I love that. Um, Something I do like about Ryan's afternoon soiree
I missed
is
it, so no spoilers, okay? I haven't recaught it. I don't no spoilers. I'm just
no
kidding, dude. I'm
spoilers.
just
I
kidding, bro.
just I like how it's like kind of Ryan's kind of like coming behind us and like kind of sweeping up the things maybe we didn't miss or maybe we missed in the reading.
Yeah.
And I get to listen to it with my girls, so they get to listen to Uncle Ryan. And on the way home yesterday, he played little Dee Dee clip,
Mm-hmm.
and Junior was like, "Was that Dee Dee?" I was like, "Yeah, that's Dee Dee." Uh, so it's good, Ryan. So good. It's a good little family connection there.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I thought that was cool that you said that in our group text that you guys got to listen to that together. And did that spark any communication like the rest of the drive or after the drive or anything like that?
it did on Friday, and I'm really happy about it.
Nice.
Good morning, Larson. Checking in from Facebook land. Uh, on Friday, I was with my oldest in the car, and was it to school or was it after school? I'm forgetting what she said, but the episode I think was maybe it was just you. Yeah, Friday was just you, I think. And she did ask a question based on what you said about like what do your girls notice you doing?
Mm-hmm.
What do your kids notice you doing? So we had a little conversation on that, and I didn't push it. I didn't try to take that as an invitation to deep dive. It was just like, oh, this is nice. It's showing some legs.
Yeah.
So we'll see where that goes, and probably like you, I'm curious as to how that's going to affect them in a few years. Today's page, I can't decide if today I'm like referencing November or like the beginning of December, but today's along with the rest of this month, it's more about what your kids remember. Question from the reading today was, what do you remember from your grandparents? Um,
Mm-hmm.
which was a really great thought, but it's always like a little bit heartbreaking because I remember specifically about my grandfather. I guess both of them. I remember their voice, and I remember like seeing them in specific situations, but I don't remember any conversations. But I remember the
Okay.
voice. And it's the whole point of today is more like, what vibe do they leave behind, and what are your kids, what images are going to be stuck in their head. So like some things that I was kind of sitting here thinking about was like, even my dad, it's like I remember some conversations for sure, but like the first thought that I find myself going back to when we're hitting on this topic specifically this month is like the situations where I remember him building something or in the process. Like I remember he was raking something in the backyard. He stood there and he was dripping wet. It was like summer in New Jersey, and he used to be able to do this spit thing where he would like push this spit through his two front teeth that I could never do. But like that's like one of currently that's like one of the biggest memories, or like the front forward memory of my dad was like in progress working on something, and then I was like trying to track what memories go where, and it jumps around. It's like there's no timeline. It's like it goes to that, then it goes back to when I think I was like 4 or 5, and he was putting like a garage extension on our house and like
Mm,
pouring
mhm.
concrete into the foundation, like really weird, random thoughts that stick. And I'm wondering what that's going to look like for my kids.
Yeah.
Like, uh, it's like pitching to him in the backyard when his knees were good. And then, like, the last few times where getting up started to become a task,
Mm.
like those kinds of things. Um, and then, like, with my grandfather, same thing. It's like not, it starts getting cloudy, and it's more about like just remembering presence and the way that I felt around them, not really like, no conversations, no lessons, just the overall feeling of what it felt like to be around them.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I agree. Like I think of that way too, is like I don't think there's anything specific. And that's kind of I think what the point of the page is you're not going to remember specifics. Your kids aren't going to remember specifics. Like and I think that that helps us in the day to day of like, okay, a couple days ago, Brooklyn had this issue, and like I handled it very well, but there have been plenty of times where I didn't handle that situation very well, and like I may have talked to her poorly. Um, so she's not going to going forward, just like I haven't. She won't necessarily remember that, like those exact specific words or how I handled it poorly. It will be the overarching um, the way that I treated her that will most likely stick in her brain. And again, that's more of like a 50-50 thing because it may be the overarching way that her mom treats her that sticks in her brain and then is the way that she then mirrors and deals with her kids. So it's like a 50-50 chance, but it's also could very well be the mix of the two parents. She could take the good from her mom and the good from her dad and just or obviously the bad and the bad. Um and that's kind of like the process of like David brought up the process of evolution is like you're not going to remember. I mean, some people will, the eidetic memory people, some people that really focus in. There'll definitely be certain situations and certain times that stick really heavy, like those core memories that imprint. Like I think the ones that you're kind of talking about, where you can kind of see a little bit more or hear your dad's voice or hear the ache of your dad getting up after, squatting, taking those pitches. But I think it's more along the lines of like a sum of all the parts. You, your wife, the way you guys treated each other, the way you treated the kids, that will kind of it's like slowly seeping into our kids' minds. That's like this is the way you treat each other, family, yourself. Um, and that's the stuff that's the way it's passed down from generation to generation. And like I can see like how my dad affected me and like how my mom affected me, and then when I was around my dad's parents because they're passed now, and when I am around my mom's mom, like I can still see like I can see how that happened and how I got to be the way I am. It makes sense. It's cool thought experiment to think about how like the way that you're treating your kids right now will ultimately be the way that they treat your grandkids. And so it's, the you're in fact impacting multi generations in your everyday life right now.
Hmm. Um,
Yes. And hopefully they take it, like David's saying, hopefully they take a little bit of it and they make it their own.
yeah, and they're often like ordinary moments for sure. It's like very few groundbreaking moments will I remember when reflecting on it.
Do you see your dad eating pickled green tomatoes over the sink?
Uh, Eating over the sink, yes. Like as we ate the dinner, like one of the things my dad was not good at. Sorry, Dad, if you're listening. I would say that his cooking skills were probably more survival and speed based.
Okay.
Like I remember the few times where we had chicken. Like remember shake and bake.
Hmm.
Like I probably wouldn't remember well done chicken, like a good chicken meal, but I do remember that like he wouldn't shake it. He would like sprinkle the shake and bake on top. So like only like the top part of the chicken
Yeah.
was seasoned.
Didn't get full coverage.
Yeah. And I remember that and like a few times I think he undercooked it, but we ate it anyway. Like those like super ordinary stuff like
Yeah.
that. And then like there was one time where it was like I think my mom was away on business and we had a spaghetti fight in the kitchen
Okay.
that he started, but I think he did it because like now I'm imagining if I were to do that with my kids, just like start throwing food at my kids,
Yeah.
it was probably because like I needed some kind of release.
Uh-huh.
I think that was
Yeah.
just like I just got to release. I'm gonna start chucking spaghetti at my kids' heads.
Yeah, I imagine he was trying to make a dinner for everybody and you guys were messing around in the kitchen making too much noise and he just chucked some pasta
Yeah,
as like a stop the fight, like because I do that stuff all the time. It's usually loud noises. Um, but
yeah.
maybe I'll chuck pasta next time.
Like I gotta shake things up.
Was it
Um,
already covered in sauce though? That's the real question. Like if it's
I
just
don't.
raw noodles, then that's just fun for fun's sake.
I think it might have been. Well, I think it was. It might have not been, but I don't remember. One thing that I thought about here. I'm a fan of Black Mirror. Are there any Black Mirror fans in here? Dom, have you ever watched
Not me.
Black Mirror?
No, no, I've heard you talk about it before though.
I may have brought up this episode before. There's an episode with Paul Giamatti. It is which one was it? It's episode 5 in season 7 called Eulogy, where he's an older man and he had a breakup like early in his life that wasn't resolved. And so Black Mirror, the general connected plot is that in the near future, technology kind of takes over everything. We can record thoughts and everything. And in this particular episode, if you look at a photograph, you have like this little uh, this device that will look at the photo, but it will kind of start extracting like all the finer details and kind of help you like walk around that photograph.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's really how I remember some of these things we're talking about is, the with my grandfather, he had a shop. He had like a shop. It wasn't automotive. It was just like an old guy with a shop, and he had like a partner. And I don't know if it was their business or if it was like an auto garage, but like I remember like being there, and I remember like the smells of like sawdust and oil, you know, and just
Okay.
being a little kid around there. And those are the things that I kind of wish I could kind of connect with more are like, what was going on there? What were we
Yeah.
talking about? Just the scenes, just a movie in my head that all runs into each other. I don't really have a
Yeah.
wrap
I
that up. It's just
I wonder about that. Like, so I feel like our generation, or we were more innocent, or like out of the realm of adulthood. Like you could go in and explore that shop, but like not know necessarily what it was that they were doing, like what that shop was about. Um, or whereas our kids like having, access to so much more information, and just because information is more accessible nowadays, period. Like I wonder if that's different. Like I wonder if they're seeing more, or hearing more, understanding more, or we're just speaking more to them is also another different thing. Like I've talked about in the past, like I'm trying to bring my kids into my life a little bit more so that they have a better understanding of me and what I do. And then also I feel like it would give them a head, like I'm not trying to burden them with responsibilities too early, but more so give them an idea that of what the adult responsibilities are, so that they know more what they're getting into as they grow older, and it's not such a shock. Like I feel like I was a little shocked, but not too shocked. Like when I, left and went on my own. Like there was a lot of gaps in my knowledge, a lot of things that I didn't fully know or understand. I don't know that I'm getting my kids in any better of a position than my parents got me. I want to say a little bit better. Hopefully, we get to the stage of a lot better, but we shall see. Um, Adulting exercises are important.
I'd bet money that your kids are probably more equipped for it.
Yeah.
Sure. I do agree that I don't know if sheltered is the word. But also it's like would was teenager me even listening to the lessons that my mom and dad were telling me about living on my own?
Yep.
Like we talked
That's
about
another
like
good point.
finances in the past where it's like, I don't remember any like financial conversations we had. I just remember that my parents seemed to be responsible with money, but like I don't remember any lessons that they may have taught me.
Yeah.
That was all learning on my own. But I would say that specifically with me and my kids, um, I feel like we do include them in like the day to day. Like there's no like mom and
Hmm.
dad do the adult things and then don't tell the kids. It's like we will tell them about, like, hey, we're making dinner, that your responsibility is this. And you all in the chat you're probably doing that too, whether you know it or not. Things that will stick when they move out on their own at
Yeah.
weird random times. Good morning, Jana from Facebook.
That
Jana
friend of
just
yours?
engaged.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Awesome. Congratulations. How cool. I I'm at this weird place in work where I'm now like definitely, like more often than not, running into clients who are younger than me and at an earlier point in their life. So like it's really funny to see like how much I've aged in the industry. Of like when I first started, I was very young, and I feel like I was working for older people. And now, like, because I just met a couple last week, and they were like definitely younger, and they were like expecting their first child. I just thought to myself, like, this is so funny. Like, I still feel young. Um, and still feel like I look young in comparison to like other people in the industry. So it just felt so weird to me to like have that. I'm sorry, I just thought of that just now because you said newly engaged, and I just ran into this couple that's newly pregnant and newly married.
Hmm. Yeah, I feel the same way. Still feel young, but like I have a family friend or a family that's friends with us. Their oldest kid is looking to get into art education. They asked me if, or he
Mhm.
asked me if he could come like observe in my room for like his observation hours. And in my head, I feel like I'm a kid, like teaching a kid almost.
Yeah.
But then it's like when I think about like having this young new person who's trying to get used to it, it's like, oh, like I have 10 years of 12 years of
It's awesome,
experience. I
David.
can just, guide them
Yeah.
through this. Um, so, if that works out, that'll be a nice reflection point for this year for sure. 'Cause I'm definitely,
Weren't you saying at one point, because you're getting to that point, right, in your career where you've taught kids now 12 years, like kids that you taught 12 years ago are now in their 20s. So you're
yeah,
getting to that point
they're
where the first kids you taught are essentially becoming parents real soon. Maybe have already.
yeah, I do see them around town. Some I remember, some I don't.
Yeah.
Same thing with students. It's like, for some reason, I remember like 3 students from my first year,
Hmm.
you know?
But not
Uh,
the other 27.
they may have not been particularly good students, but, like, I'll remember them for some weird reason. Uh,
Yeah.
and, like, I'll see them in public, and I can be like, "Your name is such and such." And sometimes there has been, I think, twice where it's been like, they were surprised that I remembered them.
Yeah.
Even though it's been so long. But then there's been kids where I had like really great relationships, and I'm like, "I'm sorry, what's your name again?" It's
Gotcha. But
so
you,
it's
like, remember that it was a student that you had a great relationship with. It's
oh
just
yeah,
it's just the name.
yeah. Like I remember their vibe, just like kids remember, our vibe when they get
Mhm.
older. It's like I remember that I was always like, excited to talk to this kid, or this kid always had really just a really great demeanor most of the time. They were usually happy. The 14-year-old that was off the rails now is a PhD in kicking ass. Yeah, I have students now. I have one student in particular that, like, for some reason, like just grinds my gears. It's like I wouldn't say we have a really good like student teacher relationship because there's been very few like good, positive interactions. It's mostly been me, like, being on him. He's probably not like he's probably going to remember me as like, not his favorite teacher.
Mhm.
But he's probably going to be one of those kids where in 10 years he's going to be like, "Yeah, I wasn't the best student in school, but they end up doing something like on their own. They find their niche, they find their track."
Yeah.
So that's something that I always keep in mind when I have students who like either struggle or don't want to be there or for whatever reason. It's like these are the kids that end up doing something cool.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, it's like at that age, and at any age really, it's about getting out that energy, or getting out that phase of your life, or testing that boundary. I mean, it's all it is, like, right? The childhood is just testing what works and what doesn't work for you and those around you. And, some do it in different ways. Mm. So, yeah. I don't think that it's like that kid's a bad kid and is just always going to be bad forever. Something's going to happen, or something's going to change, um, whether it be sooner or later, whether it be a person that changes them, or getting in trouble, or running into a teacher that just doesn't want to tolerate their nonsense. Um, but yeah, I don't think it's for any other reason, or that
Yeah.
they wouldn't, or that it would be something where they would need to be pigeonholed into, like, this is just a kid that's never going to learn. Just
Yeah.
brush them off to the side.
Always just when a kid annoys you, just imagine them sleeping. That's that's my final teaching point for today.
Imagine
Uh,
them
is
sleeping.
like laying there with their eyes closed. Like doesn't
Yeah.
matter if they're nuts, crazy, whatever. There's
They're
always somebody that goes
peaceful.
into their room. They have a parent who goes into the room and looks at him sleeping and has good thoughts. So
Yeah. Got it.
yeah, I think that
Understood.
I think that stuff has to do with today's reading. I think we talked. Um,
Yeah, we got to make sure we don't get in trouble from upper management.
yeah. All right, I gotta go. Thank you for this nice reflection time, Dom.
Bye, buddy. Everybody, have a great day. And then be sure to tune in later today to our good friend Ryan Turner for the afternoon show at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Mountain Time. Right?
2 p.m. Yeah, I was going to try to jump on yesterday while I
I
had.
know. I'm gonna try to put it in my calendar. I have a 3 o'clock meeting, so there will be some buffer time in there where I could tune in at least and drop some comments in the chat and say hello. I don't know. I'll bug him up on the screen. I like to let him cook. And that boy
Yeah.
can cook. So
He'll
yeah,
probably he probably wouldn't even like put us up on the stage if we jumped on.
we have back end access, man. He doesn't have that option.
But
We
yeah,
can kick him off. Just the morning show takeover. But yeah, thank you guys. Tune in later. Support Ryan. We love you all. Have a great day.
see you,
Bye,
folks.
Jason.
Bye, Dom.